G'day there, my name's Caleb Day and I'm the winner of this week's swing analysis from Meandmygolf TV. Hopefully Pierce and Andy can really sort my swing out and your swing out in this video. I'm from the beautiful Queensland in Australia, same birthplace as Jason Day, about half an hour down the road, although I am not related to him, unfortunately. It's time to take charge of your game.
Okay, thank you Caleb for a fantastic intro. So guys, it's my swing analysis. This is where we analyse one of you lucky guys' golf swings and hopefully we can improve your golf.
Yes, definitely. If you want to get involved, go to Facebook, Instagram and Twitter today. And also guys, the new platforms we're using are Periscope, which is live, and Snapchat, which is sort of behind the scenes. So make sure you download those as well today.
Yeah, Periscope's a good one, isn't it? You can get to see a little bit of, as you say, live action. Not a lot of people know about it just yet, but
yeah, it's brand new.
Download it and it allows you to ask us questions directly.
Good Q&As coming soon, we've got.
Without doubt. Okay, so Caleb Day from Queensland, Australia.
From Queensland.
Any relation, Jason? I know that actually, obviously, as you can see, he's close to Jason Day. 11 handicap, wants to get rid of his slice, wants to get down to 5 handicap. So it looks like you've got plenty of time on your hands. We've got a golf swing, which is actually very good.
Yeah.
We just need to sort of refine it a little bit. And so Caleb's saying that he's slicing the golf when he's actually working at rotating the club faster through the hitting
ball,
area.
yeah.
And that, you know, obviously that can help. That can help you. But when we look at the golf swing, hopefully you'll see reasons why you're having to work really hard and maybe not getting the results that you want. So we'll start with the front on view first of all. Now, solid looking setup. Into the backswing we can see that the pivot probably needs a little bit of work. So we have a little bit of what we would call the reverse spine. You can see the head is lowering and dropping toward the target. There's an overswing going on. So when we see reverse spine or a poor pivot and overswing, they often go together.
Yeah.
Okay, so then as he's obviously swinging down through the ball, we can see that the arms are bunching up through the ball there, but obviously we know that Caleb's saying that he's working, releasing that club more, turning the hands more, closing the face more. Okay, so that's fine, but let's look at the down the line view, because this is where we're going to really see something that can be affecting this slice. So instantaneously, Andy, we're going into the disconnected move away. It's a swing fault that we see a lot. We can see that the club is being over-rotated and the arms are sort of disconnecting from the body, I suppose, but the club face is being over-rotated in the backswing. The general path of the club then goes on a shallower, what some people would call flat, around the body, and then from there, obviously, because that club face is opening so much on the way back, then he's going to work extra hard on the way down to square that face up. Yeah. Path of the club, you can see, isn't too bad on this one,
good.
But we know that we're fighting an open club face that impacts the majority. So Andy, it's important for a lot of people, if you're watching, maybe this is our first video you're watching of us, that the club face, controlling the club face, if you can do that, a lot of good things will happen around that.
Yeah, and I think what you can see with Caleb here is, you know, he's working on actually something in his downswing, but actually his backswing is sort of almost letting him down. If he works on his backswing, it's going to make things so much easier on the way down. He's almost making compensations in the downswing for a poor backswing, slightly long swing, reverse spine, slightly open face. They're sort of all, I suppose, gathering up together to cause this sort of problem.
Without doubt. So let's go with the club face first, Andy. What are we going to do to help that?
Okay, so as we saw, I mean, it's playing catch up really from the way back. So the first thing that Caleb does, as we mentioned, he sort of gets this over rotation of the club face, where the right arm folds here and the left arm comes away, this disconnected move away. So what we want Caleb to feel is on the way back, we want the club face to stay a little squarer. Okay, less rotation. So as I move the club away here, what we're going to notice is that the club face is looking at the ball for a little longer. You can see my left arm is closer to the chest, but you can also see at this point my right arm is a little bit more on top of the left. So quite a different move here, Pierce, but this is really going to help the sequence of the backswing, but also the squareness of the face and the swing plane on the way back.
It almost looks like you haven't actually done anything with the hands, so it's actually the torso almost that's actually being encouraged to move the club back, and
so
the club face, absolutely, you can see how much is open there. And the club face is obviously in a position which you said is a lot squarer. How is that going to feel to Caleb? What's that going to feel to him?
It's going to feel probably like this.
Yeah.
So it's going to feel very close. And do you know what? Look, the club face is still turning here. As I'm winding up the body and moving here, the club face is still opening in relation to the target line, but not over-rotating. And as you can see now, this right arm's in a very different position compared to where it was with Caleb.
And I think it's a fair point. Absolutely, you can see from there the over-rotation leads to that flat backswing. So just go again into the position we want. It's a fair point to say that this is actually what we want, but as Andy said, if you were to feel as though you were doing that, well, you're not going to get there yet. You may do in a couple of months' time, but in short term, you will not be able to put the club in that position and hit a full shot. So by feeling that, the reality is that you'll hopefully get the square one.
So Caleb gets obviously this over rotation, then from here what happens, it continues, it gets a very long swing, and the spine sort of, it's a reverse spine, but it's not an excessive reverse spine, is it, Pierce? But what we would prefer to see is the spine at the top of the backswing more tilted away from the target. So let's go into this first move away where I'm keeping the club face a little squarer here, I'm winding up the torso, the right arm's a little bit more on top. From here now, what I'm going to focus on is sort of winding up, and like we said here, we want Caleb to feel that this upper body is leaning away from the target as opposed to being here. So we have a great drill that we use, Pierce, called reach over the fence. So what we want to do, go ahead and take your setup. Now
the electric fence, Andy.
The electric fence, sorry.
Reach over the electric fence.
So we're going to get the fence up just to the right of my trail side here. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to make a backswing, but I'm going to really rotate the torso and feel as if I'm reaching that torso over the fence, Pierce, here. So from here, good move away again here, but as I wind it up now, I'm really going to reach that torso behind the golf ball, and as you can see, I'm over that fence here as opposed to where, let's go for where Caleb is more so here.
Just do that again for me, Andy. And you'll notice when Andy does this, that his head, it does move away from the target, but it doesn't move excessively. We're not asking you to suddenly drag over here, because obviously you'd electrocute yourself, and we don't want that. But we don't want you to move over here as much, because obviously that causes other problems. But to you, Caleb, you will probably feel like you're moving that much.
Yeah, do you know what? Position yourself more behind the golf ball. It's only going to help you square that face through impact.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Being a lot, as you mentioned earlier, Pierce, the reverse spine often leads into this overswing. So if we can get a better body motion where we are leaning away, you know, look at the length of the swing there. It's not particularly long, but I'm really primed, ready, loaded into this trail side to then launch that golf ball on a slightly different angle.
If you were to try an overswing from there, you'd find it very difficult.
Yeah, it's tricky, yeah.
Okay, let's watch you hit one then.
Okay, let's get a couple going.
You're going to feel a closed face, you're going to feel as though your body's moving, but you're not getting electrocuted by the fence.
Practice swing first, really feel that first move away, load up onto that trail side, and then through, right?
So you've not really got a feeling on your downswing, have you?
This is a great drill for me, by the way. Really good drill
absolutely.
for me. Two things that I'm actually working on with my driver. So loading up onto the trail side.
Very nice.
Definitely a higher launch than I'd normally get, Pierce, as well.
You see, that's interesting because the whole thought process then was on the backswing, not anything on the through
yeah,
swing.
and get that club face squarer, shorter swing, you're not going to have to make those compensations. Okay, some very useful things to help you with your backswing, and hopefully, Caleb, those things will definitely improve your ball flight there. Guys, post any questions or comments you have down below, and if you don't already, subscribe to the channel here. It allows you to watch all these videos and also interact with us every single time.
Absolutely. Now, guys, don't forget to go to meandmygolf.com. There's a 7-day free trial. We have the Turn Your Slice into a Draw video series. So, Caleb, if this video doesn't work for you, I'm sure it will, but if it doesn't, go and check out the 7-day free trial and the Turn the Slice into a Draw. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers, guys.